You're live. It does not to the consultation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this meeting of the Town Council's Planning and Environment Committee. Agenda item 1 to please apologies for absence. Agenda item 2, note declarations of interest and requests for dispensation to discuss and vote on a matter in which a member or a co-opted member has a disclosable pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest.
None.
None. Item 3, the open forum. Comment and questions concerning items on this agenda may be put to the council by the public during this period. Matters which, in the chair's view, require debate and/or a discussion will be referred to the next committee council meeting as appropriate. The public forum is restricted to 15 minutes unless the chair allows otherwise. It doesn't look as if we have any comments from members of the public. So, open forum closed. Agenda item 4, to approve and sign the minutes of the Planning Committee meeting of the 10th of September 2024. Do any members of the committee want to pass comment on those draft minutes?
Chair, can I ask a question about something raised at the last meeting?
Yes.
The lady came, the lady came regarding house on Medrow. Do we know any result of that?
I was going to say that that's the first part of item 3 on that agenda, and that has been actioned by Ashley. Ashley might want to tell us what happened there.
We did send in our comments, didn't we, to planning, and they said they would get back to us, and they haven't.
They would look into it and take whatever.
Yeah, they said they'd get back to us by the end of the week, and then they never did.
But we have had the member of the public's interests at heart in that we did approach Fisheries Council to uphold her complaint.
Yes.
Councillor Sampson would like an update. I've been in contact with that member of the public. In fact, she contacted me. Nothing happened over the threatened getting onto their land. Although her husband did take a day off work because he's very concerned, but nothing happened, and as yet she has not received a response from Cheshire East.
Thank you.
So we've done our
what we can. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments on those draft minutes?
No, none from me.
No, I don't have any other comments. Any other members of the committee? Then can we have a proposer to accept those draft minutes? Councillor Moore, and a seconder, Councillor Sampson. All those in favour? Looks like anonymous. Agenda item 5, to consider planning application 243240M, a dormer roof over approved patio door to first floor bedroom, Primrose Cottage, Blossoms Lane, Woodford. This property is one of a pair of cottages right at the southern end of Blossoms Lane, and at the moment it's right out in the sticks. There are fields all around it. Do any members of the committee have comments on the application?
Yeah, all the usual agencies put in, they had no objections, but I think it was the Environment Agency. I may have that wrong, but somebody mentioned about it is a public right of way, although I can't see how this interferes with the public right of way, to be honest, but they did mention it. I don't think it's appropriate. There was nothing else, no objections from anybody. There's nobody round there, is there? So
Will be eventually.
Yeah, in fact, Bottoms Lane itself is the public right of way, and there was an objection on the Cheshire East website from a non-resident neighbour who alleged that the cesspit operated by Primrose Cottage was non-standard and was causing contamination of the River Dean, which is about, in my estimation, a third to a half a mile away, and that the site looked a tip. Curiously, that complaint has been, or that objection has been removed from the Cheshire East
I didn't
website.
see any objections.
It was there.
It was there.
Yeah, it was very odd.
It was
It's
there.
very odd,
It's gone now.
but it's now gone.
Right.
It was anonymous.
And the what's being requested here is really a very minor change to a property for which a development has been already approved. So, in my view, we should simply say we have no objection to this application. That's my proposal. Will anyone second that?
Yeah,
All those in favour of reporting no objection? That's anonymous, unanimous, anonymous. And agenda item 6, to consider planning application 243369M, a two-storey side extension to form a utility room and store at ground floor and bedroom at first floor, 42 Marlow Drive, Hampel. Do any members of the committee wish to comment on this?
You won't be the first down Marlow Drive.
it looks
There's a few,
exactly
yeah.
as any other planning application. I can't see anything to be
Yeah.
objected to, and there weren't any objections that I saw on there. I can't see.
Yes, sir.
Although I'm still confused about this building up to the boundary,
Yeah,
I must admit.
it looks a bit ambiguous, doesn't it?
Mm,
What is the required distance between fence, a boundary fence, and the building, Chairman, of a building? Do we know?
no
Isn't it
idea.
now you can build to the boundary? You couldn't, when we did ours, you couldn't.
No.
Had to be a gap between.
But the rules have
buildings.
changed, I
They've
believe.
changed so you can have build to the boundary, I think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure it might change. I think
Yeah.
the current thing is, yeah.
That's what made the one we discussed last week so difficult, because it would appear that they have built right to the boundary, which means that if the next door neighbour builds right to the boundary, they're going to be adjoining, aren't they? Which makes them into a
Terrace.
quasi-semi or
Yeah.
whatever. It's a bit
It's ambiguous, isn't it?
very strange.
Because to build that wall next to the boundary fence, you've got to go into your next door neighbour's land to put structures on, scaffolding.
Not necessarily. You can, if you're building a wall and your neighbours won't let you on because they're perfectly entitled to not let you on to do
Yeah.
it. If they build them, they lean over and build them and
Yeah,
do, yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it done.
Yeah, a friend of mine had to do that.
Richmond Avenue. Richmond Avenue's got them. You can't get to their back gardens unless you go through the house.
There's a word for it.
To the boundaries.
Yeah. Anyway,
anyway,
Apparently, you
Detracts
can
from
now
this.
work that you can build the foundations to the very edge. You don't have to take them beyond the wall, which you expect to do. But there's ways of doing it. Apparently, they can just about the foundation just comes to literally the edge of the wall, which is a bit bizarre as well. I think. But there we are.
I visited them building it from the inside,
Yes.
then all the more to the top of that.
As committee members have said, this proposed extension will be built right up to the boundary line with the neighbouring property number 44, but the southeastern elevation of the extension will contain no windows.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
they won't be able to look through into number
which it
44.
does, it should be, is it? You know, the one that we were discussing last week has got windows,
Hmm.
and I didn't think that that was allowed.
Sure.
But
Wow.
obviously it is.
There's no comment from the planning department
No.
about it.
No,
And the neighbours at number 44 have not complained.
no,
So on that kind of basis, I don't think we have much choice but to say we have no objection to this. So will somebody propose that we should respond in that way? Councillor Moore, and seconded by Councillor Petermore. All those in favour of reporting no objection? And that's unanimous. And I therefore declare the meeting closed at 12 minutes past 7.
Rattle through.